I started. Yeah, it's a professional organization. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab, everybody. I was fucking zoning out, scrolling Discord. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, I'm live. Honey, is this thing live? How do you turn on the TikTok? Jane, how do you turn on the TikTok? Welcome to your live. Thank you very much, Corey. Yeah, I know. You've done this before. You know what it's like. Well, actually, you may not know what it's like to be in this silly fucking brain. Oh, man. Source Camp, what's happening? Welcome. It is Wednesday night, and let's see. Why is this dimming? What's going on here? Why did this go dim? Oh, probably because I dimmed it. I get it. Let's see. Which little picture do I want to pick here? I know. I'll do Ted's pizza box. AI Learning Lab pizza. Look at that. How awesome is that? Welcome, everyone. My name's Kyle Shannon. I'm the dude here. I'm the senior scientist. What are your qualifications? Well, by scientist, I mean I have taken a course in science occasionally in my childhood youth. This is the AI Learning Lab. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called Storyvine, and that's an automated video storytelling platform that, interestingly, well, I don't know if it's interesting to you, but it is to me, does not use AI to do the automation. We use old-fashioned code. We automate things the old-fashioned way. A decade of development. Oh, man. Clint Cop ahead. Everyone, irregulars and mods present turtles, llamas, hedgehogs, or your favorite animal, gummy bears. So what we do here, that's my nice TikTok hat. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gifts. So what we'll do is I'll get everyone up to speed. If you're new to this generative AI stuff, if you just stumbled on here and you're like, wait a minute, is that Tom Arnold? What'd someone say last night? Tom Hanks. You remind me of a cross between Tom Hanks and Tom Arnold. I'm like, one of those I like. Life's like a box of chocolates. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you have thoughts on AI, if you're afraid of AI, if you think it's a complete waste of time, if you think it's evil, toss them all in there. I'm curious. I did my latest video today. I did a video on. I hear a lot of artists, a lot of creatives that are very angry about AI, and they're like, it's going to replace the artist. And what I've been thinking about over the past couple of weeks is that there are different levels of art, right? And it's kind of like a pyramid. And at the bottom of the pyramid is art that just has to be good enough. Like, it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be good enough, right? Whether it's a jingle, like a song for a background of a video, or whether it's a graphic for a PowerPoint presentation or whatever, it just needs to be good enough. And the next layer up is, it's got to be good. And then the top of the pyramid, the least amount of content that needs to be generated needs to be excellent. And so I think what's going to happen with this content triangle is that, and really with all knowledge work for that matter, is that it's going to automate from the bottom up. And so our ability to create like an AI Learning Lab pizza box, like this little image right here, we wouldn't have hired an artist to do that. We is me, right? I've got this channel. I want to put cute little pictures in this box. I would not have hired artists to do this. I would not have spent time in Photoshop to do this. This art is good enough. If it has typos in it, it's fine. Like, it's, it's just setting a mood. It just needs to be good enough. And so some art, automate the shit out of it. Just let it be. And then that middle layer, the good art, Well, the good art's probably going to be some combination of human refinement and AI automation, right? You can make more now, and maybe you won't get paid as much, but you can do different styles than you otherwise would have done, or that, like there's lots of opportunity there in that middle section, and that excellent section, that sort of smaller, top of the pyramid. That's the stuff that still is going to require handcrafting, even if you're using AI tools to assist in getting there. If you're making a film for Spielberg, or you're, doing a painting for a museum, or you're doing, a play or a performance, like there's a lot of art that's still going to live in that rarefied air of art with a capital A. And that's about human expression. And so I think right now that's getting conflated in the conversation. You're a clear thinker. Thank you very much. I'm drinking. This is, y'all think normally this is coffee. You know what this is tonight? It's a fall treat. It's crushed ice and apple cider. Little apple cider slushy. One of my favorites. Got a drinking problem. AI Learning Lab pizza. And there's the AI Learning Lab lunchbox with a TV in it. Those are both from Ted. Ted's pretty good at this. Colleague said, I'm embarrassed my mom is better at AI than me. She's Gen X, isn't she? Yep. I'm telling you, man, AI is revenge of the Gen X crowd and revenge of the liberal arts majors. And as a Gen Xer with an acting degree, they got their shit together and they know everything. And it's like, if I judge it by my kids who are 23, I got twin boys, they just don't give a shit about, I'm like, there's this amazing thing happening. Yeah, Dad, whatever. And, they just don't give a shit. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where the centers of power shift, right? There's going to be a lot of ebbing and flowing. How do I get started with AI? Perfect segue, Omega. So let's jump in and let me get you started. And who was it? Someone on this channel. I can't remember who it was right now. Wasn't Ron. Was it Ron? Was it? I don't know. Anyway, someone suggested that I should put these recommendations. I should do a video and pin it to the top of my channel, which I will. But, okay, if you're brand new to generative AI, these are the big four in terms of what they call large language models. So things like ChatGPT, these things that you've heard of, you hear people talking about maybe, and they're like, oh, you think this is so good. And then you look at them and you're kind of like, it's just kind of like Google, isn't it? No, it's not. But interface-wise, yes, it's a box, right? What do you do in that box? So while you're listening to this channel, while you're listening to me ramble on, go to chat.openai.com, ChatGPT. That's the first. It's the best. It just really is the best. You can. Thank you for the cat eyes, Ron. It was you that suggested this, right? Wasn't it? I don't know who it was. Anyway. You can also go over where prompt resources can be found. I found one of your videos from January. Oh, okay, cool. Great. I will do that. I gotta update some stuff. Me. Oh wait, who was me? Who just said me? I missed it. Whoever pinned it. All right, me. Steve-O, that's right. I knew it was a short name, and I knew it was a man. I just could not for the life of me remember. It was you, Steve-O. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to make a video of the things I'm about to show. So if you haven't played with ChatGPT at all, just go to ChatGPT, the one in the upper left-hand corner there. That's why it's yellow. On these little charts, the ones that are yellow are the ones that I think are the coolest ones of the batch. The other four are all really important. Claude is important. Bard and Bing are both connected to the internet, and they're important. The $20 a month for ChatGPT, I think, is way worth it. I think you get, incredible value for money there. If you really want to learn this stuff, I'd pay for ChatGPT Plus and dig into all of it. There's so much just in ChatGPT. Okay, so that's that. As an artist, I think many artists are just good enough and are getting work. So, yes, AI will automate some of that stuff out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll force others to up their game. You know what else is going to happen, Corey, is there's going to be there are going to be people. We're seeing this right now. We're seeing this right now in the Discord. Claire does not have an art background, has a nursing background, and is just killing it with the AI art. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see some artists get discouraged and drop out. You're going to see other artists emerge because of the tools that they have found a new way to express themselves that wasn't possible before. And so I think you're going to see a really interesting mix of new artists come onto the scene. You know, some artists are going to totally embrace this shit and just take it to a whole nother level. And then there's going to be a whole batch of artists that emerge out of nowhere just because of the tools. So, okay, so those are the big four LLMs. The other four that are worth paying attention to are Pi, Perplexity, the Llama 2 models from Meta, and then Poe. Pi in particular, if you download the iOS app for Pi, you put it into voice mode and you just talk to it. And it's really remarkable. It's connected to the internet. They just raised a whole pile of money. I think they're going to be a big player. So it's an interesting one to experience what it's like to have a conversation with one of these large language models. It's pretty wild. Okay, image creation. By the way, you should be screenshotting these. Any projects you're thinking of working on, reason for learning. Well, so user 121438584220009, change your name, first of all. We like creative names in here. I will give you a score. Right now, it's a 0.5 out of 10. Not 5 out of 10, 0.5 out of 10. But, good question. I've got a big project that I'm, fingers crossed, I should find out next Tuesday. A big pharma company is going to pay my company and me to go build a proof of concept of a really cool content generation engine. And then if that goes well, we'll move into actually building out a pilot of the platform. So that I'm super excited about. But your point is a good one. So as you play with these AI tools, one of the things that I've found with them is that they can get very intimidating very fast, and not intimidating like they're complicated and technical. Intimidated like if you're at ChatGPT and you just have that blank box and you know it can do anything. What do you do? Where do you start? And so I find it's almost the equivalent of what they call white page syndrome if you're a writer and you put down the fresh piece of paper and you look at it and like your vocabulary just drains out of your head. It's kind of like that. And so one of the things I've found is pick a project first. Don't say, I want to do something on ChatGPT. Just say, I need to solve this thing in my life, or I want to create a blank, or I want to, right? Just think of some project, a kid's story, an exercise plan. It literally doesn't matter. Just pick a project and then go, okay, how can I do that with AI? Maybe I do it with DALL-E image generation. Maybe I do it with ChatGPT with words, right? Maybe I do it with code. So start with the project. Okay, so image generation. The top two, DALL-E 3 is the one I'm in love with right now because if you pay the $20 for ChatGPT Plus, you get image generation inside ChatGPT 4, and it's wild. It's just wild and miraculous. Midjourney is the highest quality, highest in terms of quality of image. It looks like they're about to launch a website. If you go to beta.midjourney.com, they just released a new version of their viewer so you can view your artwork. It's really good, and at the top of it is a grayed out section where you can do image generation. So I think they're coming pretty soon with a web-based thing. Right now you have to make images in Midjourney. It sucks. Leonardo's really, really good. It's built on top of Stable Diffusion. Yeah, Ron says Leonardo's rad. It's got all sorts of switches and dials and models you can play with, and they've basically taken the complexity of Stable Diffusion, which if you're a geek, go fucking geek out on Stable Diffusion. But if you're not, Leonardo gives you a lot of that power without having to, learn all the command line crap. And then if you work for a company, the Adobe generative AI stuff they are leaning heavy into this. I know one of the guys on the Adobe AI team. I used to work with him. He's a great guy. They're doing really good stuff. Okay, so Let's see. Who's that Apple user? Hi, Kyle. Regulars and irregulars. I just try not watching this live, but I can't resist. We have you. We have you, Apple user.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Don't you know you want to? Don't you know you want to make the money with the ChatGPT? Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi. All right. That's the images. Oh, and then, oh, wow, that was super cool, Sherry D. Thank you very much. Very, very sweet. I appreciate the gifts. They mean a lot. They help a lot. What was I going to say? If you want a really interesting document, that document below, openart.ai/prompt book, is like a 96-page PowerPoint document it's designed for Stable Diffusion, but it basically teaches you how to prompt these large language model image generation tools. And it's an amazing document just to sort of get your head around how much these tools know, how deep they run. Thank you very much. Pearl America, Pearl, I can't see the rest of your name, but thank you for the earths. You got the whole world in your hand. You got the whole world. Thank you very much. Sherry D, thank you. Y'all are sweet. Okay. What else? Video generation. Everyone's asking about video generation. Kyle, how do you make videos? I heard you can make videos. How do you make videos? Kyle, do you know how to make videos? Videos are cool. You have a company called Storyvine, and it does videos, and I like videos. How do you do videos? Why do they always talk like that? I don't know. I don't know where to start making money using ChatGPT. Jaderade. Holy crap, 10 out of 10 on the name. I know, you know what? 9.5 out of name, although I don't know how you'd improve it. Because it was just slightly hard to figure out how to say it. But Jaderade? No, that's 10 out of 10. That's a solid name. I will tell you where to start making money with ChatGPT, but you're not going to like the answer. Okay, with video generation. RunwayML, Moon Valley, and Pika Labs are all kind of the same thing. RunwayML was the first kind of text-to-video thing that made some noise. Pika Labs right now is kind of sneaking up on second there. I have a feeling the beginning of 2024, these video tools are going to start to get really good. Right now, they're just janky ass. They all make video where the face just blobs around, and it's really hard to keep them coherent. I think they're going to get much, much better in a very short amount of time. That's what happened with the image gen tools. Vsla is kind of fun to play with. HeyGen and DID are both voice synthesis tools that can also animate a picture. But HeyGen in particular, they've got this labs.heygen thing is video translation into 13 languages. It's mind-blowing. Really, really good. These are people to follow. Ethan Mollick, who's a Wharton Business School professor. David Shapiro, who's working on an open source AGI project. If you're a geek, you should absolutely follow him and join his open source projects. And if you're not a geek, he does like 2 or 3 videos a week that are face-meltingly powerful. Like he's been thinking about this stuff for a decade. He's deep in it. He's neurospicy like the rest of us, and he goes deep. He goes really deep, really powerful. Paul Raitzer from the Marketing AI Institute's really good. Rachel Woods from AI Exchange is really good. Those 2 things down below there are directories. There's some music shit. 11 Labs is voice. Refusion is synthesized music. Sound Raw is like AI assembled loop music. But it does stuff really, really fast. There's 3D worlds and objects, and then there's some AI lab stuff. So the YouTube channel is AI Learning Lab -TT. If you want to see all of the old replays of these things, why you would want, if you know what you should do, you should go watch all of the back videos of the AI Learning Lab lives just for this moment.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You could assemble a little cutscene of all those. The AI Salon. So I'll talk about the Discord, and I occasionally look over here and check the Discord. That's what I'm talking about. So the AI Salon's a community I started last December. December 8th was our first meeting, or the 7th was our first meeting. So we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. And It's go to the salon.ai. You can join the meetup. You can join the Discord, things like that. Adobe Firefly is looking at using scripts to generate storyboards for videos. Truly. Wow. Yep. Yeah, I like Adobe's going to lean into this stuff hard. Now that they've, so it's funny. We had John Nack from Adobe spoke at the AI Salon, I think our second or third week last December, or maybe it was January. And Adobe, they had some internal projects that they were playing around with AI, but they were not at all clear that they were going to launch this stuff. And he talked a little bit about it. He previewed it a bit, and then they started a Discord server, and they invited us a bunch of in there to sort of kick tires on stuff. And like 2 months later, they came out with Firefly, and man, ever since then they're just on it. They're just going. So so Adobe's really interesting right now. Okay, so pop any questions you have in the comments below. That question that I haven't gotten to, what was it? Oh, how do you make money with ChatGPT? Yes. Okay. Silver Fox, thank you so much.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
How? Step 1, ignore these people. Becky Rue. I did it. I paid $20 for ChatGPT. However, I had to attach an exterior mic. Help! Had to attach an exterior mic. For what? For if you're on iOS. No, if you're on iOS, you should have a microphone. I don't understand, Becca. Becca, I do not know what you mean. Whatever do you mean, Beckaroo? We'll get you straightened up. Okay, here's the deal. All of those people, when you're scrolling TikTok and they're annoyingly talking about AI, and you're like, but Kyle, you're annoyingly talking about AI. That's cute. Different annoying. Okay? Okay? Yeah, we're going to need you to go on ahead and come in on Saturday. All those people, you can make money with ChatGPT. ChatGPT. All those annoying people that are like, you know why they're talking like that? Because they're not selling knowledge. What they're selling you on, how they're making their money is getting you to pay them to tell you how to make money. What? Yeah, if they were making money with ChatGPT, they wouldn't be making a course called...
You can make money with ChatGPT.
So, I know this is a smarmy ass response, but those people drive me fucking crazy. Why? Because they're leading with the wrong thing. I mean, sure, we all want money. But what they're saying is, you can make money with a tool. ChatGPT is a tool. It's actually a series of tools now. But ChatGPT is a tool. Photoshop is a tool. This light that lights my face is a tool. This fancy little phone that's got more compute power than all of NASA in 1969 is a tool. So you can make money with ChatGPT is a false promise. Because I could just as easily say you could make money with Photoshop. How? I don't know. Have talent, learn how to use Photoshop, and convince people, oh, wow, that's fantastic. Good Lord. I thought I was having a stroke there for a minute. That was awesome. Oh, okay, Becky Rue. Becky. It sounds like you solved your problem. Okay, I'll if you haven't solved it, let me know. Kyle, you're the greatest. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Here's the deal. Here's how you make money with ChatGPT, and this is getting serious now. And this is the part that you're not going to like. But I do have better news on the end of it. The part you're not going to like is how you make money with ChatGPT. Is you figure out a problem that needs solving and you solve it. And if you solve it in a way that adds value to people, they'll pay you money for it. Well, that sounds hard, solving problems. Yeah, starting businesses is hard. And solving problems doesn't need to mean it needs to be serious. Like solving problems could be people are bored and want to be entertained. Okay, I can entertain them. I've got skills. I could, whatever. Do storytelling. People want their lives made easier. Do project management. People want to sell more pizza, figure out ways to get more people to their pizza shop. So if you've got something that you're good at or something that you're passionate about, and you can see that there's a problem in the world that needs solving, go, okay, I'm going to solve that problem. Start there. That's step one. Find the problem to solve. Step two, go look at ChatGPT, right? Go look at DALL-E. Go look at Midjourney. Go look at the music generation things. Go look at any of them. Go look at Zapier with automations. And then as you learn these tools, and you know you have a problem to solve, all of a sudden something's going to click and you're going to go, oh my God, I know what I can do. You know what I could do? I could do this and I could solve it for you. And I could do it better, faster, or cheaper than the competition because I'm using...
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I'm using ChatGPT. And that's how you make money at it. You start with the problem. And here's the good news. ChatGPT, even though it's just a tool, is a really fucking powerful tool. So once you understand the problem you want to solve, you can literally go into ChatGPT and go, hey, ChatGPT, I kind of want to solve this problem, and I know a little bit about it, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Could you tell me just a little bit about it? And it'll go, and then you go, oh, could you tell me a little more? No, that's good. Could you come up with a business strategy? Could you help me come up with a name? On and on and on and on. I'm telling you, think of a problem you need to solve. Go to ChatGPT knowing nothing about ChatGPT. Spend a weekend with it. Today's Wednesday. Start Friday night. Come in here, watch TikTok Live watch Chat ADD Live with Kyle Shannon. and then whenever this gets done, go play with ChatGPT or play before you get in here. And then and just spend the weekend trying to solve that problem. I guarantee you're gonna come out Sunday night going, oh my God, I had no idea. You're gonna be like Indiana Jones when he comes running out of that tunnel. The ball just misses squishing him. Indiana Jones was a movie that some of us saw when we were kids that had a really young, handsome fella in it. And he did lots of adventure stuff. And yeah, we're old. Anyway, Kyle, sir, the show notes plugin in GPT-4 is worth a demo. It can summarize YouTube videos with URL. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that. I've been if you go to the YouTube channel I showed you earlier, I'm doing those YouTube summaries and titles in Claude. So I take like the 2.5 hour transcript, pop it into Claude, and do it. So I bet they're using Claude on the back end for that plugin. I bet that's what's going on there. Use DALL-E 3 to create image for Google review request for my business. Look at this. Highest conversion. Money.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Google review request for the business. There you go. So had a problem to solve. Said I need a good quality image. Probably went into ChatGPT and said, here's my problem. Here's the image I need created. DALL-E just goes, there's your images. Took that, tested it, and now it's performing. And now he'll make money. ChatGPT is a tool. It's a tool. I just spent 3 hours solving my problem of attaching my mic to my Surface Pro using ChatGPT. Well, there you go. That's the other thing that ChatGPT can do. But this is serious. This is big time serious. If you're one of those people that's like, well, but Kyle, I'm not very technical. Like over here, you've got a picture of a computer. Clearly, you know how to use computers because you're on the TikTok. You figured this nightmare out. You don't need to have technical prowess with this shit. You barely need to know how to make words. It helps everything. But I'm a terrible typer and I can't spell. It doesn't care. You give it gobbledygook that sort of looks like English, and it's like, I got you. I'm right here for you, Bob. Come on, let's go. It's amazing. So just jump in. Just start playing. All right. I think I missed a question there. I started answering a question. Well, yeah, so here's the deal. Like, sometimes people come in here and they've got, semi-normal brain function. And they're like, he seems a little chaotic and all over the place. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to my brain. Richard Boyd. What's happening, man? Richard Boyd. He's a fucking beast. Richard Boyd, who's got the question up here right now. He's been doing this AI shit for 12 or 15 years? He's baller. Richard and I met in 1992 maybe, or I don't know. And he was working at this place called Virtus that did real-time 3D software. And it was super easy to use. And I thought, oh, I could make virtual film sets. And so I reached out to them and I said, hey, I got this business called, what was it called? Virtual Storyboard Creations. And Richard was like, come to our booth at Boston, Macworld Boston. And that's how we met. We've stayed in touch. He's a great guy. So anyway, what was your question, Richard? Can someone repin Richard's post there? It just went away. It was what can I recommend for sales? I don't know on sales, Richard. Let's see, what's the best tool for sales? I'd like to scrape sites at the moment. Oh, okay. There's a site, Richard, called Humantic. You'll like this. Okay. I think it's humantic.ai. Let me go confirm that. It's a sales tool, but it's not like an AI for sales. But considering what you want to do, I think it's the right tool. Hang on. Humantic. Yeah, AI. Humantic. Yeah, selling is evolving, or you. So what this site does is it will scrape LinkedIn, like you give it LinkedIn profiles. It'll scrape the LinkedIn profiles, put all that data in a spreadsheet, in a data file, and then it also runs 2 different personality profiles on each LinkedIn profile. So not only do you have the work history of the person, you have 2 different personality assessments of that person. So you could do a totally personalized outreach campaign to everyone you target on LinkedIn that acknowledges their latest work history or some interesting hobby they have, but also do it in a way that is in line with their personality. So are they super organized? Are they super creative? So that's what Humantic's doing is they're adding in that personality analysis layer on top of the LinkedIn scraping. So what is scraping? I missed it. So scrape. Okay. So scraping is basically, because the internet is an open protocol, right? Shit's just HTML. You can go look at websites and look at data, right, with your eyeballs. Well, you can also write scripts, computer programs that go to those websites and read those pages as well. And scraping is where you actually pull the data out of that website and put it into a database. Many websites have policies against scraping because they're like, that's our data, and if you want our data, use our API and pay us our API fees. So it's, depending on the site, scraping is a little edge casey in terms of ethics, but it's done all the time, and it's basically what Google's entire fortune is based on. Could we get him a collar that shocks him when comments are pinned? That's good, Ted. You're going to need to make an image for that, I think. I'm going, chat ADD. You got a comment to respond to, buddy. I usually see the comments, unless I'm actually looking at the computer screen doing some work. All right. Let's see. Let's get some more questions in here. No, what platform? Kyle. The student becomes the master. Richard Boyd. That's really funny. Richard Boyd is the man knows his shit. And you know what's funny? Like, if I were Richard, I'd be a little bitter right now because Richard's been talking about this AI shit for like a decade. Be like, Kyle, you should see this. Like, he's done amazing projects. He did a project when his father passed, where he took all of his writings of his father that he gathered like this massive amount of data, and created a virtual version of his father that he could say, like, you know, what newspapers would he be reading, things like that. What's the website, please? This one, the Humantic, the selling one. It's humantic.ai. humantic.ai. But Rich has been talking about this for years, and then ChatGPT comes out, and, you know, everyone, including me, is like, "Hey, Richard, this AI stuff's really cool. Did you know that?" He's like, "Oh, yeah. I've been talking about it for like a decade." He doesn't talk like that, but he should. He should have that kind of attitude. Yeah, I knew about it, Kyle. Yeah, pretty solid on it. Yep. I'm like, it can do magical stuff. He's like, yeah, it requires a little work there, buddy. Oh, man. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. I had to get gummy bears because Kyle made me crave them. You're welcome. Look. Oh, there's some in here. So I saw a TikTok today where you can take a gummy bear and you can put it in like a tub of water, and then you put some salt in it and put it in the fridge overnight, and it turns into like a gummy bear the size of your head. I got to try that. I didn't think I had any left. I can't eat them all, but I'll do it with the red one. I'm going to try the experiment. All right. Let's move on. Wrong Rich, sorry. Oh, you're not Richard Boyd that I know? You're a different Richard Boyd? Oh, well. Well, it's funny because Richard Boyd, like last week said he was going to come into the live. So I just assumed it was him. That's really funny. Well, welcome Richard Boyd, who's not the Richard Boyd of the famous Richard Boyds. Got 2 jobs today. One is creating a lifestyle cookbook because I know AI. Source Camp, bang.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Okay. Look, got 2 jobs today. One is creating a lifestyle cookbook because I know AI. What? Those are fantastic. Thank you for those. It scared the shit out of me. I like it. It's better than the elephant nose, which just looks like someone put a giant penis on my face. Every time I see it, I'm like, ooh, oh my. I do have the vapors. Good day. Is it warm in here or is it me? Okay. Big part of this channel, what I evangelize, is not, you gotta love AI. I don't give a shit if you love AI. This channel is about, these tools are not coming, these tools are here, and they're gonna change everything. This channel is about just start exploring, just start playing. And then one of the other things I always talk about is share what you're learning. Share what you're learning. But Kyle, people think I'm a weirdo because fuck them. Let them think you're a weirdo. Put it out there. Put it on LinkedIn. Hey, I just played with ChatGPT and I didn't think it could write this kind of poetry, but then I asked it to write this kind of poetry, and here's this kind of poetry. Holy shit. Hey, I just tried to use ChatGPT and it failed miserably. Here's the 6 ways it failed me. Put that out there. Just put it out there. Put it out there. Because someone you know who's probably afraid to talk about it is trying to figure this shit out too. And if they see you're out there doing it, they'll be like, oh, you can do this? Here's what I learned. Did you learn this? Oh, no, I didn't learn that, but I learned this. Oh, that's really good. And then you start that, and before you know it, you started a business. You're quitting your jobs and you're...
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Or someone reaches out to you and says, I want you to do a cookbook because I know you know this AI stuff and I want to turn it around really fast and I don't really want to spend a fortune on it. But my mama used to make this kind of stuff. And if you could put in these recipes and then add some more, and we could make this book and we could call it Mama's Casserole, Mima's Casserole, then you have a job. And if nothing else, you'll have fun with this stuff. I'm starting to experience learning AI and playing with AI almost like a video game. Like I'm getting the same high that I get from video games because it's so immediate. Source Camp, can you talk about how you're finding your clients? Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. That's super cool. Super excited for you. I appreciate what you do so much. Cam Cat from Cat. I always stumble on your name, and it's the best name. Cam Catkin from Cleveland. I always want to put the Cleveland in too early. I tried to make business visiting cards. Couldn't get 100% successful. Can you show us, please? Wait, I don't know what a business visiting card is. You mean like a business card? And if you wanted to make that with like Midjourney or DALL-E 3, it's probably going to be sketchy. So it's actually, I'd like to understand better what you're trying to do. Maybe you mean a business calling card. So if you want to make the art for a business calling card, that I can show you. If you want it to have all the details of the text absolutely correct, it's not going to do that likely. Every conversation I have is about AI, and I'm teaching people what it can do. This is Source Camp. They're overwhelmed. Yeah, that's it. People right now are either in fear, they're angry at it, which is just fear pointed in a direction. Business card made it with Bing. Okay, yeah. So I understand why. I'm guessing I understand why it's failing you, and I'll show you what I can with it. Okay. It's 2023. What's a business card? That's a great point. People are afraid right now. People have been told for 40 or 50 years from Hollywood that the robots are going to kill us. The art community is going, the robots are fucking stealing from us and they're evil and never fucking use them. The Writers Guild cited AI as a major, they were like, fuck AI. And then if you look at their contract, it doesn't say fuck AI. It says, we're going to work with this, but don't steal from us, which is fine. I'm totally down with that. But their initial positioning was a little hostile. So there's a lot of hostility out there towards it. There's also this fear that to be able to do AI, you got to be a mathematician. And until about a year ago, that was true. You had to be an engineer or a researcher or a mathematician because you had to use things like TensorFlow from Google, and you had to do math and understand what weights were and embeddings were and vector space was, and you had to do command line stuff and Google Colab and all. From an engineer's perspective, it wasn't that tough, but from a human perspective, it was a pain in the ass. And then ChatGPT came out, and it just made it a Google box. Here it is. Just type in it. I can do that. Magic. Magic. So as you talk to people and demystify this stuff and make it less scary and make it relevant to them. Hey, Sally, I know you were trying to put together that bake sale for the community center. Do you want some help putting together some marketing ideas for the flyers? Oh, yeah, I'm completely overwhelmed. Could you do that? Sure, come over here. Hey, let me show you this ChatGPT thing I just learned on. Bake sale marketing ideas. Oh my God, that's amazing. It can do that? Sure, Sally. You want to know what else it can do? Yeah. And then Sally's had her Kevin McAllister moment. You should use these tools until you have your Kevin McAllister moment. Or if you're training other people, sit down with them and let them play with the tools in front of them until they have that moment. And then you can't go back. This is red pill, blue pill shit. A lot of the world right now, doesn't even know what ChatGPT is. Some haven't even heard of it. There was a big study that just came out. It's like 80% of people do not use ChatGPT at all. 80%. I assume that's in the United States. It was a McKinsey study. And that's, it's like down from 88% to 80. So it's like more people are using it, but most people have not used ChatGPT. So when you show this to people, it blows their fucking mind because they know what Google is. They know what a search box is. Okay. Let's see. When I hype it up more, people say it has a downside and they're afraid of it. Yeah. So here's what I would say, Don Smith, is you can hype it up, but if someone's in a defensive place, if someone's in a position of fear around this AI stuff and you're like, AI, it's great, they're only going to hear that as you're a cult member. and so the only thing that I've found that works if someone's in that defensive position is get them talking about what they're interested in and then kind of reveal it to them through their interests. And just don't try to sell it. Just kind of say, let me just try this here. Oh, there's a thing. Does that help you at all? Oh my God, how did you do that so fast? Oh, that's just ChatGPT. It does that? And then, then you've got an in. Colleges are now allowing students to use ChatGPT. Colleges better be embracing fucking ChatGPT and getting everyone on campus, including administrators and professors and assistants, up to speed on this stuff because they're not serving their students if they don't. I used to be kind of neutral on this subject, and the more I think about it, what do they call what is the category of things like ChatGPT? Large language model. That's what they call them. What are human beings? Large language models. There's this thing that has way more knowledge than any human being that kind of acts like a human being in terms of its use of language. And universities are blocking that shit and not actively learning it. So look, the fact that they're allowing it, great. Now they need to take the next step and go, we got to transform how we do education. My philosophy is that students should be taught as early as possible to use it. Absolutely agree. Because if you think about, use it responsibly. Absolutely agree. Use it responsibly, think critically about it, learn where the boundaries are, learn what it's good at, learn what it's not good at. Because November 30th, right? So what's today, the 24th or 25th? So just over a month away, ChatGPT's been out for 1 year. 1 year. If you've been playing with this shit at all, you recognize that this tool is going to change everything. We're not even a year into it. So imagine you're a freshman that started this year. Imagine 4 years from now what these tools are going to be able to do and what they're going to have done to the workforce and entry-level positions. If a student comes out of a school 4 years from now being taught, here's how to code Python, they're fucked. Colleague met with me to pick my brain about AI, said, your name keeps coming up about knowing this. So Kavruno, this is internal, this is intrapreneurship. So Kavruno works at a big company and she's just been vocal about, hey, I know this stuff. Look at this. Can I teach you this? I'll do a workshop for your group. And look at that. Her name keeps coming up. People are talking. Why are they talking about her? Because we're starting to hit a tipping point. We're starting to hit an inflection point where there's enough. Ethan Mullock calls these people secret cyborgs. I would argue that Kavruno is not a secret cyborg. She's just someone using the tools. A secret cyborg, according to Ethan Mullock, is AI literate people within companies that aren't telling anyone about it. So there's entire subcultures of AI literate people that are not really benefiting the company because they're not talking about it. So what I encourage in here is learn this shit and talk about it. Because the inflection point that's starting to happen is enough people are hearing, I got to deal with this ChatGPT thing. I got to deal with this ChatGPT thing. Does anybody know anything about ChatGPT? Oh, Chris does. Chris knows. You know Chris? Chris down in, yeah? She I think she just gave a workshop. Oh, okay. And then they'll forget about it, and then they go to lunch 3 days later, and they're like, "Oh crap, I got to learn this AI stuff." Hey Jim, do you know anyone? Oh yeah, I just had lunch with Chris over there. She knows all about this stuff. You should go talk to her. This is going to serve her professionally. Not teaching anything specific, just putting it out there. This is cool. I've mastered it and built a business around it. BrainwavePro.ai. That's super cool. Let me go look at it. BrainwavePro.ai. Bring your ideas to life. Very cool. Tagline. Why read the same old stories when you can make your story? Is that it? Did I get that right? When you can make the story. That's great. That's awesome. Congrats. Yeah, build shit. Learn shit. Talk about shit. Build shit. And don't get too attached to anything. Even this business that you just started here. It's a good domain. BrainwavePro.ai. It's great, but don't get too married to anything because the technology is changing so fast that it's like, learn it, get excited about it, build something, put it out there. If it takes off, great. If it doesn't, great. You learn something. And then learn the next thing, and then learn the next thing, and then learn the next thing. Just keep going. Here's the AI Learning Lab ice cream truck. You have an ice cream truck? Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah. I have an ice cream, and you can't have none. Your mom's on welfare. Abbott Skinny. I just finished 8 hours on ChatGPT today. Boy, am I not tired and having a pizza. That's awesome. This is a video for just one of the tools. Oh, that's super cool. That's super cool. Congrats on that, man. I think the thing that I'm most excited about for 2024 is I think there's going to be a lot of personal reinvention. Because here's what's likely going to happen. There's going to be some people that get blindsided and their job just gets eliminated because of AI. But I think there's going to be an equal number of people, and maybe it's these secret cyborgs. There's going to be a lot of people who get curious about it. And hopefully some from this channel that get curious about it. Oh, it's a marketplace of tools. Oh, cool. BrainwavePro.ai is a marketplace of tools. Very cool. That's awesome. They're going to get curious about this AI stuff. They're going to be working in whatever their job is. They might have an inkling, like maybe they work in copywriting, or maybe they work in, production art or something like that. And they're like, yeah, I've still got a job, but I bet this is going to get whacked. So let me learn this AI shit. So on weekends and nights and, if they work from home, maybe during the day, they start learning this AI shit. And then they go, this stuff's pretty cool. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Steve is working on this stuff too. Let me call up Steve and see what he was doing. Hey, Steve, what are you doing on this stuff? I don't know. I'm dicking around with it. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah. What are you doing? I don't know. I made an art project and I wrote a book and I wrote 3 songs and I'm starting to learn animation. Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing. Hey, what if we made a movie together? Like just that kind of shit. I think 2024 is just going to be a year of people completely reinventing themselves accidentally. Tomorrow, White House is issuing an executive order on AI. We'll see. I haven't heard anything about it, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. I don't think it's going to be anything too egregious. What it's probably going to be is anyone who's got the resources to do really powerful frontier models have to behave a certain way, is my guess. I don't think it's going to touch any of us directly. I believe our irregulars group is growing. Love it. Lots of new names. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of people in here. Welcome, everyone. My name's Kyle Shannon. I've got some moderators in here. There's a group called the Irregulars, people that show up here regularly. They've also got continence issues. It's a thing when you hit our age. But but they'll pin your comments if you have questions or anything about AI, generative AI, future of work kind of stuff. Pop them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if one of your big questions is, but Kyle, what are your qualifications? Well, I'm happy to tell you them. It's quite a short list. There are no qualifications. Some of us are making Buddha bots on Poe. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So yeah, Poe's really cool. You can make your own bot on Poe. If you're like, what's a bot? ChatGPT's a bot. Bots are just basically little front end, little. They're basically little mini ChatGPTs that have a personality. Created a SharePoint site for my team site with AI tools, blogs, prompt libraries, etc. That's awesome, Hugh Story. Do you work for I assume if you're using SharePoint, you probably work for a big company, right? That's really cool. This idea, like what this channel is, I think there's something about, I feel like in the past, I mean, irregulars, you know this, you've been modding. I feel like in the past 6 weeks to a month to 6 weeks, there's been an absolute shift where this channel for the longest time was mainly people going, what's AI? How do I do this? What do I do? Where do I start? How do I start? And there's a lot more people coming in now going, okay, I started. and now I've got this situation, right? I heard TikTok doesn't like AI stuff. Is that true? Genie in a bottle. I love that name. I doubt it. I doubt that TikTok doesn't like AI stuff. If you look at AI filters, almost all the AI filters or all the TikTok filters are heavily AI. So no, I think TikTok likes AI stuff. I think what TikTok probably doesn't like is if you're doing, 1,000 posts a day with AI generated stuff that's all formulaic and it's just crap content. They might be deprioritizing certain kinds of content, but so Google went through a very similar they went through a very similar kind of resistance to AI. When ChatGPT first came out, everyone kind of lost their shit. And Google was one of the first ones that said, we're going to penalize AI generated content. And within 2 months, it was like 2 months, they knew that they were going to be doing their own AI shit. So they couldn't just shit all over it. So kind of 2 months after they said, we're going to penalize AI stuff, it might not even have been that long. They said, we're going to penalize content that doesn't add value. So they basically changed their tune and said, I don't care if you use AI to generate content, so long as it's adding value, so long as it's valuable content. How they're determining that, I don't know. That's their fucking algorithms. They can figure that shit out. But basically, and like that for me is the that's it, right? Like if you're just spewing shit out there, then it makes sense that you're going to get deprioritized. I got workout ratio of silica to alumina and create tables of new pottery recipes. Oh, you had GPT work out ratios of silica and alumina to create tables for new pottery recipes. So Corey Sandler Pottery, she does lives. You should watch her live. She does like a lot of her pottery stuff live. Super cool stuff. She's using ChatGPT to do chemistry. Fucking far out. I did that. I've got some folks with chronic pain in my family, and we had this juice that was kind of turmeric and some other shit in it, poppies and things like that. And the company went out of business, but on their packaging was was basically the recipe and the percentages of the things. And I had ChatGPT analyze all of the ingredients and tell me which ones were inert, ingredients, which ones were preservatives, which ones were, active ingredients, and what did they do? And then were there other ingredients that we could add that complemented them for specific pain? It's pretty cool. It was pretty amazing at that. Hello, sir. First time here. What do you suggest for someone who wants to generate images for... Oh, I got to get back to the business card one. So let me see what's the rest of Foobsy's Foobsy. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10. A clothing brand. For a clothing brand, I would probably use Midjourney, but I'm going to go show you. It depends. It depends what your brain's better at. If you're just really into image generation stuff, Midjourney's probably the way to go for fashion. But I'm going to show you DALL-E 3. Fuck it, I'll show you both. Okay, so where we're going to start is with ChatGPT with DALL-E. Okay, so here we are at ChatGPT. You got 3.5 and 4, and then if you pay for ChatGPT Plus, you got all this extra shit. Okay. All sorts of stuff we could talk about here, but the image generation stuff is DALL-E 3. Actually, you know what I'm going to show you for fashion? Ooh, this is good. What is it? Good artists plagiarize, great artists steal. I'm going to show you something cool. Oh, this is going to be really good. Okay. Kyle, what are you talking about? Welcome to Chat ADD. Did he finish any sentences tonight? I don't think so. How long did he talk? 3 hours. Good Lord, really? And you watched it? Yeah, I can't stop. It's really embarrassing. I think I need a support group, but I'll just hang out here in the meantime. Okay, anyway. I don't know how anyone fucking tolerates this channel. Sometimes I hear myself. Sometimes in a moment of rare lucidity, I hear what is coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh, good Lord. All right, let's go. Fashion 2024. And then we'll go images. Or we'll go images. Come on. Let's find something interesting here, shall we? All right, there's something. Let's grab that. So I'm going to save image as. So I'm going to go grab an image. Hermes. We will be inspired by Hermes. AI Learning Lab, a train wreck. We can't look away. Of course. Of course. Welcome. Welcome to you all. Welcome.
Make money with ChatGPT.
Okay, so back to ChatGPT. So I'm not going to go immediately to image generation. This is the support group. I know exactly. It totally is. Yeah, if you're feeling like you got no one else to talk to about this AI shit, you found your people. Okay, so we're going to go to regular default mode. And then once you're in default mode, if you got ChatGPT Plus, you have this little image icon here. And you click on this and you can upload an image. And so we're going to go find that Hermes image. And we're going to upload that. I'm going to say, please describe this as if you were a fashion editor giving a review from the runway. So here's the image. This ensemble makes a statement of effortless elegance. The model dons a beige button-down jacket, a relaxed fit, featuring utility-inspired pockets with a hint at functional yet fashionable approach. The underlying soft lavender shirt Subtly peeks through. Subtly peeks through. Adding a gentle splash of color. The brown trousers continue. The baggy fit. Da-da-da-da. The standout of the accessories is the da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so I'm going to now take that description and I'm going to flip over to the image generation mode. And I'm going to say, I want you to act like a world-class fashion designer. And I want you to create 4 different looks based on this description from a fashion magazine. I'm going to hit Shift Return. I'm going to paste in that description. And I'm going to go make the images vertical in format, and they should be stylish and visually stunning. And now we just sit back. And so what's happening right now, and this is why I wanted to start with DALL-E, because I don't have to write image prompts. I can start with a base image. I could have started with last year's biggest hit from your clothing thing, and I could say, here's an image from last year. Here's a description of the new fashion trends for 2024. Please give me 4 concepts that take the best of what was last year and add these new things. Like, you can basically just be a creative director without having to learn technical commands, command line shit, how to make images in Discord. Basically figure out how to become a creative writer that's writing technical prompts for computer vision. It's off doing that. And there we go. There's some of our looks. Beautiful. So now I'm going to say, those are great, but they're a little drab in color. I'd like for you to create an image where the colors are a callback to the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. And it misspelled 2010s, but it should get it right. So hopefully we'll get like some neon colors for the 80s, some whatever the fuck we were wearing in the 90s. And then we'll see what it does for the 2000s. So you can now just start creative directing this thing. There's also another thing that I heard about doing here, which we'll try. There's a thing called DALL-E round tripping, which I heard about on Reddit today. Kyle, ask it to place your male models at a beach at sunrise with morning light over the waves or something like that. Foobsy, wow, this is amazing, isn't it? Oh, look, we got one of these. Foobsy's having their Kevin McAllister moment as we speak. I'm telling you, man, $20 for ChatGPT is just the biggest deal in the planet. Look, there's your 80s colors, perfect. There's 90s. Yeah, I was gonna say that does kind of remind me of the 90s. There's 2010s. There's 2010s. Okay, so now I'm gonna say, okay, I like the look of number 1. Give me pictures of that model on a beach in the Caribbean at sunset with the sun shining through the waves in the background. Is there a limit to DALL-E image generation on the paid version? I've heard people that have gotten the "you're using it too much" message. I don't know how much it is. I think that the last thing I saw, ChatGPT 4, it's something like 50 generations every 3 hours or something like that. I haven't really hit it. I mean, this stuff is good enough. for the most part, that if I do 2 or 3 iterations on an idea, I've got something I can use. I'm mind blown right now, literally. Foomsy, why do you think I keep doing this channel? This is like every night for me. Like even when I'm showing stuff that I've done 100 times before, I keep having this sneaking suspicion that it's not going to work this time, and then it just fucking works. Look at these. I mean, come on. I mean, it made him or her, but that's all right. She needs a burger. That one needs a burger, but that's nice. Look at that. Beautiful. And now you could say, great, I like that imagery, but I'd really like these to be rendered as much more of a rough fashion sketch. Can you give me these 4 images, but in that new style? Let's see what it does with that. It should do pretty good with this. Oh, we'll do one other thing here that's going to blow you away. Bing browser also DALL-E to generate images on demand. Oh, yeah. If you go to bing.com, go to chat.bing.com for basically free ChatGPT 4. And if you go to bing.com/create, that's also DALL-E 3. It's not in this sort of, you can do, in Bing chat, you can do in-context image generation, but it's got so many safety guardrails around it, I find it really unusable. But if you can't pay the $20 for ChatGPT, Bing is free, and it's also using DALL-E 3. I can't imagine the computing power required to handle requests like this from hundreds of people. Yeah, Sam Altman said, TikTok therapy. Sam Altman said that these are great, that the compute costs for ChatGPT 3.5, that when they first launched it, he said they were eye-watering. It was funny. Over the summer, there was an article in I think it was a Chinese newspaper, or maybe it was European. I don't remember. But basically it was saying ChatGPT is spending $700,000 a day in compute cost. And then it predicted that they would be out of money by 2024. And then like 2 weeks later, it came out that OpenAI was on $1 billion a year revenue run rate. So $700,000 a day worked out to about $220 million, maybe 250, something like that. And Sam Altman, like a month ago, basically said they've hit 1.3 billion in revenue. They haven't even started their enterprise sales yet. They're doing just fine. But yeah, it's a fucking fortune. Oh, look at that one with the pencils. How cool is that? That's super cool. Open image in new tab. Oh, it just downloaded it. Look at that. Look how cool that... I mean, like seconds. Fucking seconds. I always wanted to be a fashion designer, but I'm not good at drawing. All right, just go describe it now. Just go tell it your brilliant fucking ideas. Oh, you know what'd be fun? No, Kyle, what? Why don't you tell us? It's your channel. Stop asking us questions. We can't respond. You fucking weirdo. All right, I'll tell you what would be fun. All right, we are going to do... What are we going to do? This is going to be fun. Let's do fun fashion from 2023. All right, I'm going to do this one. Save image as. Fine. Save. All right, so it's kind of a little, this one here. a little short dress with boots and kind of a white hat kind of thing. And then let's do something really different. Okay, this one. We'll do this crazy jumpsuit, okay? So here's crazy jumpsuit. We'll do save as. Save image as. All right. And now we're going to go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to go new chat. We're going to go to default mode again. If one of your questions is, but Kyle, why is image upload completely separate from image generation? That's a really good question. If you know Sam Altman, you should call him right now and ask him that very question. This seems dumb to me. I assume it's got to do with lawyers from Microsoft, but that's just me being cynical. Okay. So we're going to upload 2 images. And so they were both for women. So one was this little jumper, the little overalls, and one was a cute little dress with little booties. So what I'm going to say now is, I'd like you to look at these 2 fashion designs and describe a hybrid design between the best elements of each image, but describe them for men instead of women. So what I'm trying to do here is, let's see if we can actually create a hybrid fashion, inspired by women's wear for men's fashion. Okay. Oh, so what it's doing right now. First image, color, vibrant blue with white contrasting panels. Material, it appears to be smooth, perhaps satin-like. Second image, hybrid design for men. Okay, so this is great. Stylish buckle. All right, so it's describing all that. I'd like you also to give the 3 looks a name worthy of a glossy fashion magazine for marketing purposes. So not only are we going to design cool fucking fashion, Azure Allure, the Satin Odyssey, Kaleidoscope Couture, Mosaic Mirage, Fusion Finesse. Okay, I'm going to say, those are a little overly clever. Can you make names that Anna Wintour wouldn't vomit on? Now, Kyle, make the same character over and over again in different scenarios, as in storybooking. I'll try that. What did I see? I know there's a way to do it. There's a clever way to do it, but I forget what it is right now. Azure Elegance, Mosaic Muse, Urban Fusion. Okay, great. So now I'm going to copy all this. This is the wild thing about being able to generate images in the context of ChatGPT is it's inside the conversation. So like you don't have to you don't have to describe the imagery. You just can talk about the elements of in this case fashion. So I'm going to say you're a world-class fashion designer and specialize in high-end men's fashion. Below are some descriptions of 2 pieces of women's wear and the description of menswear inspired by them. I'd like you to show me 4 different designs that bring the men's concept to life. And then I'm going to paste. All right. And then I just pasted in all that crap. And so again, it's going to read all that, interpret all that. Oh, I'm a loser. Hang on. I didn't switch modes. So if you don't switch modes, you're a loser, baby. Why don't you sue me? Yeah. All right, new chat. Sorry, got to go over to DALL-E 3. That's the one that makes images. You see how stupid this is? Dear Sam Altman, hi, my name's Kyle. I have this channel called AI Learning Lab. I'm neuroatypical, and so are all my friends. We did want to wonder, Mr. Sam Altman, why can your image see technology not be used with your image do technology? It makes no sense, Mr. Sam Altman. Please tell us. Okay, now we're making images. I just had GPT-4 generate a description of an image of a woman who made it through a tough time. Oh, that's super cool. Chat generate a description. Yeah, and Becky, you could now take that image into DALL-E 3 and make the images. I'm also thinking right now, when this generates these images, we'll take the best one here, and then I'll take the prompt that it wrote. So DALL-E 3 right now is writing prompts, and now it's generating the images. We'll take the design we like best, and then it's still going. Are you going to make me images? Where's my images? I asked you for images. Okay, there we are. Oops, and it didn't do one. All right, so let's just go. I don't like the style. I want this to be high-end photographic, as if it were taken on the runway. And I want the aspect ratio of the image to be tall. And I just want one instance of the fashion on a model. All right, let's get some better images. Can you do the Reddit thing you mentioned earlier? Yeah, I will. Let me do that. So here's what we'll do. Hold me honest, Barbara. I'm gonna hopefully get an image we like here. I'm gonna take the prompt that DALL-E 3 wrote over to Midjourney, and then we can compare the quality. And then I'll come back and I'll do this thing called, what was it called? DALL-E round tripping? What did I call it? I think it's DALL-E round tripping or something like that. And it's what it sounds like. It's a really cool idea. It's kind of what we're doing now, but taking it a step further. All right, that's fucking beautiful. Not for nothing. Wait. But Kyle, we are waiting. We're here. You don't need to panic, dude. We're okay. We're gonna be all right. So we took that image and that image for women. We had DALL-E see those images, describe the fashion, describe a new fashion for men, and it created that. Come on, people. This is fucking nuts. Okay, so I'm going to click here. So now, over here is the prompt that it wrote. Tall photo of a runway model showcasing a high-end men's fashion look. The model wears a vibrant blue satin-like shirt with a single asymmetrical patchwork, which it did. So we're going to copy this. I know, Sherry D. Isn't this cool? Amazing. I'm on my phone. I'm about to head over to the giant monitor in my office. Oh, my God. Becky Rue's down the rabbit hole. It is my joy in life when people sort of lose themselves in this stuff. Holy fuck, says Foobsy. Isn't that good? Foobsy, I don't know if you knew this. Maybe I didn't say this before. I've been a fashion designer for 30 years. I don't like to brag about it. It's because all those trips to Paris, we did a lot of coke in the 80s. Listen, it's fashion, huh? What are you going to do? People don't want to get tubby. I clearly don't do coke anymore. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to take the prompt that made this image for DALL-E. Now we're going to go over to Midjourney, and I'll show you the shit show that is Midjourney. Okay, so To make Midjourney images, you have to be in Discord. This is Discord. These are all different servers. And then this is the AI Salon server that I mentioned before. So in here, we've got a thing called Midjourney Play. So these are just some images that other people have made in here. So how do you make images in Midjourney? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. First, you learn the command line interface. You type in /imagine. And you can click on this if you know to type /imagine. And then you have to type in a prompt. So I'm going to put the prompt there, but I'm going to put --AR2:3. But Kyle, pray tell, what does --AR2:3 mean? I'm glad you asked. It means, what does it mean? Aspect ratio is the AR, and then 2:3 is the actual aspect ratio. And you got to know this shit. So you basically need to know a lot of commands here to do it well. But I didn't have to write that prompt because ChatGPT wrote it, or DALL-E wrote it, whatever. Someone wrote it. That wasn't us. But now what we should see is we'll see the image comparison between DALL-E, which, quite frankly, that's not bad. Like, his face looks pretty good. That's looking pretty outrageously good, I gotta say. That's better than I expected it to be. I mean, considering what the images were before, like, look at these pieces of shit. Like, those are embarrassingly bad. Although, you know what? I mean, seriously, if I were a designer at FIT and I could render a sketch like that, I'd be doing all right. But if that then turned into this, yeah, that's pretty something. All right, so here's Midjourney. They're not as vibrant, actually. But let's take this one that's kind of close to it. And so in Midjourney now, you've got U1 through 4 and V1 through 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. U means upscale. So basically, I'm going to say I want to make this one bigger. And then why don't we... This one's kind of interesting. So we're going to do variations on 4, and we're going to upscale 3. So bang, you click on upscale 3, and then I'm going to click on V4, variations on 4. So that's going to take that fourth image and give me 4 different variations on it. What's a good verbiage to have D3 zoom out or to have more area around the subject? Tobias, I don't know if you've got Photoshop or not, but either you can go to what the fuck's it called? Clip drop? Not, is it clip drop? Yeah. Wait, hang on. I think it's clip drop. Yeah, clipdrop.co. And then go to the uncrop tool. So basically take your image out of DALL-E, go to clipdrop.co, use the uncrop tool, or go to Photoshop and use generative fill or generative expand, I think they call it now. All right, so what do we got here? So there's our large Midjourney image with my horrifically dirty screen. Wait. So there's that, and let's see it compared to DALL-E. I think DALL-E's kicks the shit out of it, actually. But whatever. They're both good. Like, hands are not bad, face is good, there's no third leg. They buried his hands, so they're fine. Not bad. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait. We had to do variations of this other one. All right, here's the variations of that. So I think that bottom one is probably the one with the dark shirt. So I would do upscale 4, and then that'll make that one nice and big. Fine Arts Museum. Ted looks at life. You're the best. Look at this he did. Hang on. This is awesome. Here, we'll flip these. I was talking earlier about different levels of art. There's art that's it just needs to be good enough. So we've got Ted made Fine Arts Museum. Good enough art museum. That's fucking genius. Oh man, you guys are nuts. Yeah, nuts, I tell you. I like it. That's really funny. Museum of AI. What's that? The robots are killing us. Well, that's actually a good image. I don't know who did that. Who did this? Was that Lunar Stick? Oh, that's Forever Hooked. Look at that one. That's cool. The robots are killing us, the caption says. Amazing. That's beautiful. Okay. So let's see. All right, here's our big image. Let's go look at it. That is tacky. That, you know what that looks like? What's upscale do? Oh, so yeah, this is a big deal. Okay. This looks like Eddie Murphy's Raw outfit. And it's also, look, it's got a weird, he's got a tie here that just blends into his shirt. Like it's a tie until about there, and then it's just shirt. But so Midjourney 2 days ago added upscale 2x and upscale 4x. So if I upscale this to 4x, it makes this basically print quality for like up to 13 inches or something like that. I think it costs you, I don't know, 4 credits or whatever. I don't know what their currency is at Midjourney. I rarely use Midjourney anymore because it's such a wonky, horrible experience. The problem is if you want just better quality, better consistent, high quality art, Midjourney's the way to go. But I can't, for the life of me, I can't imagine not working like I work in DALL-E, in ChatGPT right now, where I can just talk to it and say, go make me pitches. And it does. And then I'm like, no, I don't like those. Make them better. And it does. And it doesn't bitch, and it doesn't moan, it doesn't whine. We'll come back to that and look at that. All right, let's do this round tripping thing. All right, so what we're going to do, let's go find an image of something. You know what we'll do? Let's go to the Discord. We'll go to show and tell. And let's grab one of Luna Stick's images here. That one looks like Bambi's in trouble. This one looks like Bambi's in a little idyllic scene. So I'm going to do save image. Save it to downloads is fine. Oh, I might need to change it to JPEG, but whatever. All right, we're going to go back to ChatGPT. So this thing called DALL-E round tripping. I think that's the term. If that's the wrong term and I'm saying it wrong, just someone yell at me or troll me and just call me like a ridiculous elderly geriatric trying desperately to teach other old people technology. Something like that would be great. Isn't that cute? The elderly teaching each other how to use computers. Yeah, little Gen Z punk. I built the fucking internet you're using. Little son of a bitch. What am I doing? Oh, DALL-E round tripping. So we're going to go to default mode. So we're going to go to ChatGPT 4. We're going to go to GPT Vision. So the little upload an image. Oh, wait. I like that one better. Sherry D just did one. Sherry D, I like the Bambi with the flowers. I feel like the flowers are going to do something. Wait, hang on. Wait. Oh, wait. You know what? We'll do both of them. This is good. Okay, so we got Bambi by water. And we got Bambi by flowers with a drone over its head. That's really disturbing. It's good. This is solid. I'm liking where this is going. Okay, so we're going to get those 2 images. And I think you can upload up to 4 images. So let's go get us some Bambis. There's Bambi 1. Nope. There's Bambi 2. Okay, there's our Bambis. Boom. In come the Bambis. So now we're going to go... what's happening? Create a description of an image that captures as many details from each of these images and creates an interesting composition that's a hybrid of the two. All right. Gen X is actually killing it in the AI game. Absolutely. I'll tell you my theory on it. What's your name? Hugh Story. Hustory. That's a cool name. Hustory. Oh, Hustory 101. 10 out of 10 on the name. Clever, memorable. Fucking love it. Hustory 101. Solid. Okay. Here's my theory on it. Gen Xers are the ones that, for the most part, kind of discovered and figured out how to do this World Wide Web thing. When the World Wide Web came out, remember it was like all the boomers were on AOL and CompuServe and shit like that, and we were kind of a little bit younger and a little bit hipper. And then we were doing the web stuff, right? I think Gen Xers recognize AI as the next web. I think that's part of it. The other thing is, I think Gen Xers, just by the sheer fact we've been on the planet for so fucking long, that when AI generates stuff, like I experience this where I can really quickly go, that's bullshit, that's good, that's bullshit, that's good. Like I feel like my ability to curate what AI generates is super elevated just because I've seen shit. But you know, we can still navigate a computer. So I think that's what's going on with it. All right. So we have this description amidst the breathtaking landscape, undulating golden hills. So we're going to copy that description. I'm going to go to GPT-4, DALL-E 3, and I'm going to say, please generate a landscape-oriented image based on this description. So there's our description. Now we're going to go make this. And so the round tripping, new idea in the realm of kids AI learning. My 8-year-old hates writing. So I'm experiment with letting him write prompts in ChatGPT as an incentive. So what's your name? Rich14370. Fucking love it, first of all. Love it. I'll show you. I'll do a couple of round trips with this image, and then we'll come. I'm going to come back to you because I'm going to show you. Wait, it's like magic for him to see the whole thing he wrote just appear. So if you don't have ChatGPT Plus and this DALL-E, this stuff that I'm doing right now, like it's magical seeing it show up in words. Well, I mean, you're experiencing it right now. It's just fucking magic watching it come out in images. But I'm also going to show you how, I'm going to go over to Poe, and I'm going to show you how to make a robot. So he can make his own bot using a prompt. All right, so here's our images. There's the drone. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that's beautiful. Drone in the sky. I don't know what that thing is down there. Huh, they're all pretty good. I think that one's, let's take that most dramatic one. All right, so now I'm going to save this image back out to my hard drive. So it's on desktop. And now I'm going to do a new chat. And I'm going to do a new default chat. And now we're going to bring in that image. That's it. And now I'm just going to say simply, describe this. Foobsy, this is amazing. Isn't it? I know. Yeah, I don't know Poe, thanks. All right, good. Yeah, we'll do Poe. Because the other thing that you could do here is you could start to do style shifting, right? So you could do a couple of rounds here of it just describing what it sees and go create that and describe it and create it. But what you could also do is say, describe this, but describe it as if it's a watercolor painting, or describe it as if it's as if the sunflowers were mammals. I like, you know what I mean? You could start fucking with it, where you don't have, all you have to do is come up with the concept and let it do the work. I mean, that's the thing that's blowing me away about this is you know, for the past year, what everyone that's known anything about AI has been talking about is, well, we all got to become prompt engineers, which I always fucking hated that term anyway. Prompt engineer. It's like, why don't you make it even more intimidating? First of all, people don't know what prompts are, and then you call it prompt engineering? No thanks. I'm good. I'll just sit over here being clueless in the corner. Prompt crafting, I'm down with, but this future, what's happening right now, this is the future, right? Where these tools are going to take over increasingly higher levels of thinky work. And we can just be like the art director, the creative director. So, okay, there's our image description. And so now we're going to pop into a new DALL-E chat. And we're going to say, create this as a landscape-oriented image. Why am I saying that? Because if I didn't, it would probably make it square. It just defaults to square, so you can tell it. I made a bot in Poe yesterday. Helps people in addiction recovery. Okay, but limited. Yeah, so TikTok therapy, that's great. You were in here asking about that. I would just keep messing with it. Just keep experimenting with it. Even if it's limited, you can add additional. I think it might have limits to how much prompt you can put in there, but you could put in, examples of things to say, examples of things not to say, things like that. So I would say, do version 2 and 3 and 4, of that bot. Making a bot sounds awesome. He brought home coding tools for a kid's book on Scratch. So the interest is definitely there. Oh no, I'm going to show you how to make these bots. There's no coding required. Poe makes it incredibly easy to make bots. It's amazing. That's why I want to do it, because it's like the Poe bots are basically just bringing your prompts to life in a way that you can share with other people. Like, he'll be able to take one of his prompts, turn it into a bot, and share it with his friends. All right. Ooh, that's cool. Wow. So we still have the drone. Now we have an eagle, and now we have Bambi's turned into a full-on elk or mule deer. Now we have a dancing lady, a drone, and amazing, what's that called? Step farming? All right, let's do this one. All right, so now we have this dancing lady. Okay, so now we're going to save this image. We'll do one more of these because this is really cool. So I'm going to save this. Now we'll close this out. Now I'll do new chat. Now we'll go back to default mode. Dear Sam Altman, please roll these modes together. This is stupid that I have to keep jumping back and forth. Thank you. Mr. Altman, you're awesome. I'm impressed with what you've built. It's going to change the world. Hey, could you make this suck less, please? I know it's doing literal miracles every 10 seconds, and it probably cost you personally $37 every time I do this. But could you fix it so I'm less bothered? Describe this. That's how people act when you have software. They're just like, yeah, I understand that it's doing truly miraculous stuff. Could you make it suck less? I'm slightly inconvenienced. This is annoying to me. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. The person is captured mid-dive, creating ripples as they plunge into the still water. Oh, this is going to be good. So she's not mid-dive here. It looks like she's been dropped from the drone. So this next image should be pretty sweet. All right. Do one more of these, and then we'll go make a Pobot. DALL-E 3. Create this image in landscape orientation. Shift. And then we're going. Oh, yeah, this is fantastic. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. Hey, I was working on the internet the other day, and you know what I was thinking computers should be able to do? You should be able to just tell it, hey, could you make me a picture of a Pabst Blue Ribbon? And then it just makes you one. It should do that. It can do that now. No, it can't. No, it can do that now. Since when? Since like last Tuesday. No. Yeah. No. Make a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh my God, it can make a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Could it make a duck? Yeah, it can make a duck. My long-term work AI project is figuring out how to build a personal AI to manage marketing CS for computers. Oh, that's super cool. Love it. That's great. That is super cool. Becky Rue, I'm hooked. Sorry, Becky. You know you shouldn't have come back here. You know I was going to get you at some point. I'm telling you, this DALL-E inside ChatGPT is, it really, you know what, Becky? I'll tell you what. It doesn't surprise me at all that you're kind of discovering this and like, holy crap, I'm hooked now. This is a completely different thing. This stuff that we're doing here, where it's like describe an image and then use that as a prompt to make an image, and then just all of this stuff. What you said, I want to describe a woman who's been through some stuff. It like just the fact that you can essentially say to what you would say to an art director or to a creative director at an agency, and then have them go spend, a bunch of money and 3 weeks or a month or 3 months, doing that photography. And now you can just knock out these concepts like this. It is just fundamentally a different thing. So here's our thing. Ooh, that one's beautiful with the water. Although it looks like her friend just splashed in here and she's about to, it looks like they both got kicked out of the drone together. There he's sort of diving. There's 3 drones now. But see how it's starting to get surreal, and I could see you really pushing this, and this is the other thing that's love this channel. Thanks, Brainwave Pro, appreciate it. The other thing, the other thing happening here is I hear a lot, and I hear this less lately, which is good. I get that sort of defensive. Yeah, but AI can't be creative. Only humans can be creative. I'm sorry. This is pretty fucking creative. I don't think I would have come up with this concept. How did we get there? I don't know. I took 2 pictures of Bambis, and what's it been? 10 minutes? A few back and forths? And we're at just this weird, surreal kind of mythical place that could serve as a location in a movie. We can take this image and make this into a video, right? Do you know that? You want to see that? We're going to go make a Pobot, but let's do this. I think I'm going to do the one before this because it was more elegant. All right. So now we're going to go. I'm going to somehow email these photos to you. I'm in shock that I did this. Yeah, please email away. Yeah, absolutely. Just right click on them and you can save them. Which app is this one? What we're using right now is just ChatGPT with DALL-E. So this is what's making the images inside ChatGPT. So what I'm doing a thing called DALL-E round tripping, where I started with images. I started with 2 images and I had it describe those images in default mode. You can upload images in that mode. And then I had it describe the image. Then I went here and had it make that image. Then I took that image and had it describe that image. Then I took that description and had it make that image. And I'm just going back and forth. That's called DALL-E round tripping. But now we're going to go to a thing called RunwayML, which is a video generation tool. And you can generate a video from a still image. So see this? Bring your images to life with video. Start with image. So we just did some round tripping. And we're going to upload a file. We're going to go to desktop. I think it's on. Oh, and it's in that stupid ass file format. So let me go fix that. This is some of the geeky shit you got to deal with. That's the one. So I'm going to open that. And now I'm going to export this as a JPEG. You're like, Kyle, how do you know this? I used to do desktop publishing for years. This is just, my company Storyvine, why it exists is I got so fucking sick of video codecs and video formats and resolutions. And like, I just want to make a 2-minute video. Could it not be a fucking masterclass in filmmaking? Nope, it can't. You have to be a master filmmaker. And so my company Storyvine exists because of my ADD, because I was not willing to fucking learn that nonsense to make a 2-minute video. Back to it just needs to be good enough. That Storyvine is a masterclass in good enough video. that's the technology. Okay, so we have our little jumping lady in our crazy thing. Let's see, we're going to do camera motion, and we're going to zoom in. We're going to do a speed of 7. And do I want to go down? Yeah. So we're going to have the camera pan down. So the way this works, here's your image, and then there's this control box. It's like you're a film director. So you can say, what's the speed of the movement? Is the camera panning left or right, up or down? So I'm going to have it zoom into that image and pan down. And we're going to save that. And now we're going to generate a 4-second clip based on that image. And it'll take, I don't know, 2 minutes, something like that. Wait, where do I have to come? Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, y'all are making some cool images. Is this done yet? 51%. I'll be with you. I know. Can the user request a specific number of images to be made from one prompt or upload of an image? I think you can. I think the max is 4, but it might not be. I honestly don't know. All the image generation tools kind of default to 4. So let's watch our video. So now we got a video. So let's make this full screen. Can we? Why is it not letting me make it full screen? There we go. All right, let's see how bad this is. Sometimes these are pretty bad. What's going on? I want to see my movie. Okay, that was really bad. It's not even close. I mean, it looks like a nice cut from that scene to, the person in the water with some sort of spaceship. Yeah, the coherence on these video things is not quite there yet, but whatever. I might have screwed that up with my zooms. In fact, let me turn off zooming and let me turn speed down to 6. Reset. Yeah. All right, let's generate this. Oh, don't you hack me. Don't you hack me. Don't you do it. Robert Rossi, thank you for the donut. I appreciate the contributions. Makes a big difference. It does. It does, I tell you. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. Do 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 do. What's the name of that website again? I don't know which one. All right, please have this not suck as much. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. I'll take that. I don't know what the ship flying through the air is, but it doesn't really matter, does it? You know how long it would take to animate this? Yeah, but it's not perfect. All right, let's go make a bot. The bot's going to seem really boring now. All right, let's see. We're going to go to po.com. I hope the dude that was working with his kid is still in here. All right. So this is Poe.com. So it's just like a normal chat engine. You can use different models. They've got these things called bots. There's their official bots, like the Stable Diffusion bot. This is Stable Diffusion XL. You can make images with that, kind of like we're doing now. You can play with, the Claude models. You can play with ChatGPT in here. You can play with Google's Palm, with the Llama models. So there's lots you can do. But there's also these other bots, and there's things like image bots and professional bots, like AI Business Plan bot and Sports Predictor bot and Soccer Pal bot and Midjourney bot to help you write Midjourney prompts and Psychologist bot. So there's all these different bots. I've made a pile of these. So here's one I made called I Am Shakespeare. So if you go to Poe.com/I Am Shakespeare, you get this bot that when you log into it, it says, "Hail to thee, I, the phantom bard of Avon, stand to serve thee well and write at thy command." Nice. Shakespeare's here for us. So please write. Wait. Siri, go away. Siri took over my mic. Let's see. Wait. Siri, go away.
Okay.
Write me a poem about a man that falls in love with an AI bot named Sydney. In Sydney town, there lived a lovely soul who walked the streets without a friend or goal, each day the same in sadness and in boredom, till haply spied a box of button gold. All right, so he writes in iambic pentameter, or as close to it as you can get. And how do we do that? Well, I can go edit this. And what you see is there's this bot making thing. So there's a picture. You can add a picture. You create a handle. So I created this one called I Am Shakespeare. So your son could do, I don't know, maybe he's got like soccer advice or whatever. It doesn't matter, whatever he's into. And so you name it and then you write your prompt. And so my prompt here is, you're a chatbot embodying the renowned playwright William Shakespeare. Engage with users as if you're crafting a play for them using authentic Shakespearean language. So basically you just tell it how to act. I wrote, your memory of your written works is impeccable. Talk about historical context. I said, feel free to address questions regarding villains. So basically, this is just a set of rules for how you want the bot to behave. You just write them in English. There's no programming required. So your son could literally write anything about how he wants this thing to behave. And then you choose the base bot, right? So it could be ChatGPT 4 is the one I would choose because it's the best one. You might need a paid version to do ChatGPT 4. This bot that I'm using is using Claude Instant, which is actually really good. And then you write a greeting message, like this is what the bot's going to say when someone logs in. And then you write a little bio of it. And then I think that's it. And then you make it publicly available or not. And then you say, save the bot. And you're off to the races. And then you've got a bot that, thank you very much, Be Not Afraid. Thank you for the gift. Those gifts are much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. So there you go. Bot maker. I would, and then he can share it with his friends. Go to Poe.com and whatever he named it. / whatever he named it. And they'll be like, how'd you do that? And he's like, I'm a programmer. I don't know. I do a little coding on the side. I don't know if you knew that. Thank you, Sherry D. I had a really cool moment with a 10-year-old that I was teaching a course at my co-founder's son is neurospicy as well, and he goes to a neurospicy school. And so I went in to teach him AI image generation. It was fucking insane. They're like just bouncing off the walls and right and like these three older kids, like 13 or whatever. They're like tell it to make boobies. Oh boy, here we go. So they're making boobies. And then toward the end, it was like an hour and a half long thing. And I was like crispy. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. And this like 10-year-old, maybe he was 12, something like that. Whatever. He was young. He comes up to me and goes, yeah, I'm writing a computer program right now. And I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah. And I said, oh, that's cool. Like, what's it do? Oh, thank you very much. Be not afraid. He goes, let's see, everyone, irregulars present turtles. Are you out of here, Clint Copperhead? So he goes, yeah, it's a clone of Flappy Birds. I'm writing. I said, what language you're writing it in? And he goes C#. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he goes, yeah, but it's got a bug, so I'm gonna have to throw it out and start over. I said, well, have you used ChatGPT? Yeah, I've used ChatGPT. Have you used it to like debug your program? No, but yeah, I've used ChatGPT. He was like, cool. I said, well, cool. Come here. So I went into ChatGPT and I said, make me a Flappy Birds clone written in C# that can be run in Unity. And I hit the return button and it just started fucking writing this code. And the kid's face literally did this. He went, he didn't say a thing. And he goes, I gotta go get my computer. And he ran down 4 flights of stairs and ran back up. And he's like, here. And so I told him to get out his Flappy Birds program. And he goes, can you see what's wrong with it? I said, I can't see what's wrong with it. I said, but copy and paste that and put it into ChatGPT. That was my face a little while ago. Foobsy, exactly. You had your Kevin McAllister moment. In fact, I think in my library, I went and got a picture of Kevin McAllister for I think I used it for something. Yeah. This was Foobsy an hour ago. So the kid copies his code into ChatGPT, and I said, just type in what's wrong with this code. And it told him, and it fixed it and rewrote the code. And the kid, I said, so copy and paste it over to Unity and see if it runs. KS is now getting kids addicted. It's true. It's really bad. It's like, I am. It's like, wait, where's that image that Ted made for me? Wait, I've got the image for that. Free AI inside. Come on. Can you help me find an AI algorithm? I got candy. So he pasted it into Unity and it worked. And he was playing Flappy Birds. And then he stopped playing Flappy Birds and he looked at me and he went, this changes everything. I was like, fuck. If a 10-year-old's getting it, like he was learning coding and he had a typo, right? He had a typo in his code. Like one of the stupid things about code is if like these 2 characters are like this, it doesn't work. And if you have 1,000 lines of code, how are you supposed to find that? Well, you look through it all and your eyes start bleeding and you start crying. And that's why you eat 7 pounds of Doritos in a sitting. And so it just found that, it fixed it. And like he got at 10, this is, oh, thank you very much. That's very sweet, TikToker. Thank you. He got that this is something different, that something different's going on. This is not just computing. This is not just fancy Google. Wild, right? Ain't it crazy? It's crazy, I tell you. It's crazy, I tell you. Crazy. It's just crazy. Very colorful language was used from Foobsy. So Foobsy, please keep coming back because I would love to hear. So good. Glad you had your Kevin McAllister moment tonight. Appreciate the shit out of the fact that you were swearing. Holy shit, what does this mean? What does this mean? What do I do with my life? That's the perfect place to be. But please keep coming back and tell us what you discover. Like, tell us what you do. Join the AI Learning Lab, or join the AI Salon. So let me give you the info for it. So that thing right there, the AI Salon, the salon.ai, that's a community that I started about a year ago, and we meet every other week. We just had our meeting last night, and we've got an online Discord community. And we've got a group in there called the Irregulars, where people from this channel hang out. And there's guilds and there's discussion groups, and it's a really generous group. So if you're willing to learn the pain in the ass that's Discord, come share with us what you're learning. That would be really cool. Can you demonstrate seeding of a picture? I can, although I haven't done it in for fucking ever. Oh, in fact, that's one of the ways to get coherence. So yeah, I'll teach you a faker way, just because I haven't done it in Midjourney for a while. Like, how you find a seed in Midjourney is a bit of a pain in the ass, and I don't want to kind of like Google it live on the channel here. So I'll show you kind of a faker way with DALL-E. But anyway, go to the salon.ai. The third link is the invite to the Discord, and just go in there, introduce yourself. Would love to hear from you about that. But I'm glad you had your Kevin McAllister moment. I mean, that's why I do this. There's my van. That's sitting outside my house. And shiver. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's a good one. Okay, can you explain the seeding of a picture? So I'll explain the concept of it, and then how you do this in Midjourney is slightly different than how you do this in Stable Diffusion. I don't know if you can do this at all in Adobe. It seems like you can sort of do this in DALL-E, and I'm going to show you how to do it in DALL-E right now, but I'll explain what it is first. So one of the things that someone just asked earlier was, can I show how you keep a character consistent across prompts? I haven't really done this a lot, so this is kind of like testing on the fly here. But when an image is generated using these diffusion models, one of the parameters for that image being generated is what's called a seed. And a seed is basically just a unique number that represents kind of the amalgamation of whatever source images or whatever source information it sort of pulled together to make that specific image. So if you, and some, they're usually like really long numbers, but you can put in a specific seed number. So you could put in seed 27 or seed 532. And if you say, I want you to create an image of a lion with the seed number 500, if you keep using that seed number, you'll tend to get consistency across those images. Within Midjourney, you can generate an image, and then through some series of stupid, convoluted fucking steps that include clicking on emojis, you can get your seed number of a specific image. So if it generates an image you really like, you can go get that seed number. But I'm going to try something with DALL-E here. This was an example that I saw, I think it was on a TikTok video or a YouTube video last night, about how to get consistent characters across images. So the first thing we're going to do, I want to create a children's book about a cute baby llama that befriends a baby turtle. And the journey they take walking around a pond. Ted's fucking killing it. Ted, you have a new career in comedy imaging. Home with AI alone. Was there a TikTok update today? Answer text only please today. Oh, was I not supposed to read that? I don't know. Was there a TikTok update today? Am I not showing up? I remember you telling us about seed numbers and images back in the spring. Neat. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. That sounds delightful. Meeting at the pond. Photo. Here are 4 potential illustrations. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's do the image exploring the pond and use seed number 42. Now, I don't know if that actually does anything here. So I missed the image. I was cooking. Which image? Which image did you miss, Foobsy? Which one? Oh, hang on. The men's fashion image? Which image was I making, Foobsy? Foobsy? Hi, Foobsy. Oh, the image that I just showed? Oh, the Home Alone one. Check this out. Home with AI alone. That's the fucking best. Oh, Sherry D was doing it at the same time. This should totally be the hero image of the channel, shouldn't it? Oh man, it's so true, man. It's like I've been doing this every fucking night for 4 months. So of the irregulars that have been here, it still blows my mind. Still blows my mind. It's crazy. Okay, those are not the kind of images that I wanted. Well, that's okay. Let's see. Okay, great. The llama's name is Larry and the turtle's name is Bob. Period. Let me see a picture of Larry and Bob sitting under a tree near the pond using image seed 42. So it's going to be interesting to see if it maintains their look and feel or if it changes the style. Oh, sorry. There's the image. That was kind of not what I was looking for, but that's okay. It's fine. That's not very kids booky, but it's not bad. It's a certain kind of kid book, but it's boring. Yeah, see, that's completely different. Although, yeah, no, it's completely different. Yeah, that was a fail. All right. Well, so anyway, in theory, that's how seeds work. I didn't think fancy shirt. Thank you. I think. I feel so behind in learning this. I wish I was here a year ago. So Kenny, what's your name? Kenny Motherway. Here's the deal. We are all very far behind. Some people in here have a bit of a head start on you, but we are so early right now. This industry right now, the industry is, let me get rid of that actual creepy thing and put something cool up here. Oh, this is a good one. AI is the future. I think this was Luna Shtick or Sherry D did this, I think, but I don't remember. Here's the deal. There's a McKinsey report came out. My text is okay, but the video and audio is janky. Does this before a TikTok update. Oh, interesting. Huh, weird. ChatGPT came out November 30th, 2022. It's not even been a year. AI and machine learning have been around for a few decades. but it's largely been the purview of scientists and researchers. ChatGPT changed all that. So ChatGPT did a couple of things. One, it did for large language models and machine learning what the web did for the internet, right? It made it easy. So the web made the internet, you could click on it. And ChatGPT made machine learning like you could just ask it something and it would talk to you. The web took 6 years to get to 100 million users. ChatGPT took 6 weeks to get to 100 million users because all the infrastructure was already there. And it was this magical, transformative fucking technology that as people started using it, they started having their Kevin McAllister moment, and it got adopted really fast. The result of that is that every single company that had anything to do with AI fucking turned their laser focus toward AI and started developing. So, for example, Google, who invented the transformer, which is basically the core technology that makes ChatGPT possible and Bard possible and the Llama models possible and all this shit possible, all these image generation tools, they're all possible by this one piece of technology invented by Google that they then just set it off to the side. Why? Well, because I think they recognized that if they had a tool that just answered people's questions, no one would fucking use search. Because I don't want to have to click on all those fucking links to all those fucking SEO injected websites. If I can just get the answer, I want that. So I think they kind of mothballed this technology. But when ChatGPT got to 100 million users in 6 weeks, even they went into, I think they called it a red alert or red, I don't know, it was a red flag moment, whatever it was. They were in a fucking panic. They brought back Sergey and what's his name, the founders of Google, to head up AI because it was such an existential crisis for the company. And the first 6 months of this year, Google's Bard was embarrassingly bad. It was really bad. And then sometime in July, it got less bad. And then apparently they're working on something right now called Gemini that's supposed to be as good or better than ChatGPT 4, which I find suspect, but holy shit. And then ChatGPT 4, all the fancy shit that I just showed, its ability to see images, its ability to make images of that quality, it's all within the last month that this shit came out. So you're actually not behind. Now, a lot has happened in 11 months since ChatGPT came out, but you're not behind. This stuff is raw and janky and frustrating in its inaccuracy and its lack of polish and fucking mind-blowing. And so as you get into this, hold both of those in your head at the same time. The sense of wonder and awe of what this stuff does, my hope for you is that never goes away. Because what this is doing is miraculous. And these tools aren't perfect, right? And so there's a lot of patience required. There's a lot of experimentation required. It's way more complicated than it needs to be. That DALL-E round tripping shit that I did, I shouldn't have to fucking flip into different modes and save it to my hard drive and this, like, that's fucking ridiculous. It's the same company, it's the same basic technology. They're just separating it likely for liability reasons. And probably some testing, like, is my guess. But whatever, it doesn't matter. That's where the tools are right now. They are where they are. Becky Rue, I generated 8 photos. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who was I talking? Oh, one of the guys that comes to the AI salon. He's the guy. He's the guild master of the AI 101 guild. Peter Kaminsky. He's been in Midjourney. He's one of those. He's one of those guys that when he just does something, he does it completely, like non-ADD. Like ADD, I do it, I figure out how to do it, I do it, and then I stop. He just does it. So he's got like 50,000 images he's created, Becky, and he's got like 50,000. I think he's got 20,000 images that are the ones he's curated that he wants to share with the world, and he's trying to write a script on how he can share these 20,000 images in an automated way. This is awesome. We have some more images from the irregulars. I'll tell you what, irregulars. We could sell some Grampers, some AI Learning Lab branded Grampers. I think we'd move some product. You won't make money with ChatGPT. That's good. That's solid. This is very cool. The giant vat of wine. That's beautiful. Oh my God. The AI Learning Lab membership card or business card. Nice. Yeah, you got to get one of these. I'm not only the president, I'm also a member. Who remembers that? Those hair commercials. What's this? Pinned comment alert. I mean, even just this, I've said this before, but like just the fact that we've got, because we have that Discord channel, we have a tool in our hands right now that as I'm doing this live, what this started out was people would ask me questions and I would answer them. And what it's kind of morphing into is I'm kind of emceeing some activity going on around the conversation, right? As I'm talking, people are making things that are bringing those ideas to life. And then they're talking with each other and answering each other's questions. And then that's happening in the comments. It's absolutely remarkable. Kyle, drink some water. Good point. Thanks, Tobias. The voice she's going. It's actually getting to be that time, isn't it? It is. Cider. Some lovely organic cider. He had such a nice apple. It was so nice. Hair Club for Men. That was it, Fuzzy. That was it. I'm not only the Hair Club president, I'm also a member. I need some fucking Hair Club hair growth geeks in here. She's got some balm I can put on the extra high forehead. let's bring that back down a bit. That is some brown water. I know, Mish. I know. It's tasty though. Okay. Tasty. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You've won a new car.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
All right, what questions do we have in here? I literally can make images with AI from the same phone at the same time I'm watching you. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Yeah, my experience, the ChatGPT app, the official ChatGPT app that has DALL-E in it, it's amazing. Like, it's like you have an idea for something and you can just like type it in like, oh, make me a quick image. And it just goes and does its thing. And then it makes an image. And, you're on a phone, so you kind of assume that the images are these really small images. No, they're just big full-size images. It's amazing. Marketing AI Institute says soon there will be 3 types of businesses: AI native, AI emergent, and obsolete. Fuck. Yeah. And AI native it's a really interesting term. So there's a course that you can take on making your business AI native. AI native is basically this. I think this is a very high bar because you know how into this I am, right? I would say that my company right now is AI emergent, Storyvine. Why is that? Because what AI native means, if you really sort of want to talk about what that means, It means that every single problem that you solve for your business, you try to solve it with AI first. Every problem. That's AI native. I'm not even fucking close to that. And part of that, you know what part of that is? Part of that is 58 years of my fucking brain just going into automatic mode. Something happens. I know how to solve the problem. I just go into the mode. Oh, I'll just do that. I fire up a doc. I start writing something. And then halfway through it, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I copy and paste what I started. I go to ChatGPT. I paste it in there. I say, finish this or write this or do something. Make it, and then just make it less shitty. And then it does. And then at some point I'm back editing it. But like, it's not an immediate first thought. Is DALL-E for iOS app rolling out? Because I don't have it yet. And I want it now. Silver Fox, delete your ChatGPT app on iOS and reinstall it. Also, make sure that the app that you have installed is the actual OpenAI ChatGPT official app. Because there's a lot of fakers in the Apple App Store that use the same logo, use really confusing names. So it's very possible that you've got a shitty scam version. So go to Apple, search for ChatGPT OpenAI, and then make sure that the company is OpenAI. And then, so delete it, go back to the App Store, make sure you've got the official ChatGPT app, and then install it. And you should have DALL-E there. Because they've rolled it out to pretty much everyone at this point. Like they did a post about it on their blog. Do you have any concerns as a creator regarding upload your own intellectual property? Yeah, for the most part, yes. You should assume that anything you send to ChatGPT, certainly right now, and really any of these things, is that it's not secure. So if it's personal information, private information, things like that, I would avoid doing it. I'm actually designing a system right now to depersonalize content that I send to these things. So there's a way that you can take data that's got personal data in it and swap it out with variables and then send that to OpenAI and then swap the variables back in after the shit gets returned. So there's that. There's also OpenAI has ChatGPT Enterprise. You've also got Microsoft's Copilot that's coming out. That's going to be secure. You're going to have Google's Duet or Bard, whatever the fuck they call it, inside their Office suite. That's going to be secure. So there will be secure versions of this. Right now, just assume they're not. So yeah, I do have those concerns. Why are so many images kept? Where are so many images kept stored? Cloud services, Microsoft Azure for ChatGPT, for OpenAI, Google Cloud for Google Bard, AWS for almost everything else. Those are the three biggies. Massive, 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 fucking massive data centers. And I don't think storage is their big thing. Had my updates turned off. Update just gave it to me. Silver Fox, awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You have to go into your whatever it's called, advanced apps or something like that, and turn that on. Awesome. It's so much fun. Also, if you have not seen ChatGPT in talkie mode, so here's the ChatGPT app. And then I'm going to make a new chat. And so I just got a new chat. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you got these little headphones. And you click those. Do you think a llama and a turtle would get along?
Well,
llamas and turtles are quite different animals with distinct behaviors and habitats. Llamas are social herd animals, while turtles are generally solitary and can be both aquatic and terrestrial. If they were to meet in a controlled environment, it's likely they'd be indifferent to each other. The llama might be curious initially, but would probably lose interest quickly. The turtle, being a slower and more reserved creature, might just retreat into its shell if it feels threatened, or simply go about its business. It's important to note that introducing unfamiliar animals to each other always carries some risk, so it's best to be cautious. Would you like to see an illustration of a llama and turtle interacting?
Yes. I didn't realize I had it in DALL-E mode.
Yes, I'd love to see that.
Wait, what?
Oops, my apologies for that oversight. Let's get back on track. Would you like an illustration of a llama and turtle interacting?
Yes, I would love an image of those two interactive, and please make them cute and cartoony. Now, what's interesting here is it doesn't, when it's making an image, it's actually off writing the prompt right now. It used to read the prompt. It doesn't anymore. So it just goes into this thinking mode. But it's off making images. I'll demo Pi, yes. And also I saw that, I forget who that was, that said the Learning Lab's turning into a networking group as well. I know, that's super cool. I'm really digging that too. Come on, make my image, Chat.
Here are the illustrations of the llama and turtle interacting in a cute and cartoony style. I
Now,
hope you find them delightful.
what's weird is you can't, oh, that's cute. Look. So, I mean, seriously. So listen, I was just in conversation mode. and so you could have this thing running in your car, like on Bluetooth, right? And have it in DALL-E mode. And just say, hey, while I'm driving to work, let me come up with a story for my kids. And then have it illustrate it. And just talk, do the story, have it illustrate it. And then when you get to work, just log into your OpenAI account and look at all your pictures. It's fucking staggering. Okay, so that's ChatGPT. There's also Pi. So Pi's the other app that's got an interesting conversational mode. Pi is really very much designed to be a conversational bot. So here you are at Pi. And then in the bottom next to the prompt box is this little phone. How do I get the audio talking GPT to not interrupt me while I'm forming a thought? Your syncs. That is one of the single most frustrating things for me with these conversational bots. The way that they work is when you pause, they submit the prompt. So if I'm like, pause, like that, it sends the prompt that's incomplete. It's really frustrating. One thing that you can do, so here, let me show you. So you can just go into normal ChatGPT mode, like, where you've got your keyboard. Hang on. Why can I not show my keyboard? Wait, I think it's because I'm on the keyboard there. Okay. So, okay, the upper right-hand corner, those headphones put it in talk mode. You can also just, in typing mode, that little icon right there puts it in transcription mode. So I can just tap to start recording. Hey, I'd like to figure out why is it not working? Or is it working? What's going on? Anyway, you can just put it into transcription mode and then just submit it normally. So that's one of the frustrations of talking mode. Anyway, let me show you Pi. So Pi, there's Pi, and if you click on this little icon on Pi, you know, I've had a theory that if animals are cute enough, they could actually be friends. I think turtles are cute and llamas are cute. Do you think they can be friends?
Haha, I love this theory. And it certainly makes sense. Cute creatures tend to evoke feelings of warmth and affection in humans. And it's easy to imagine that animals would feel the same way towards each other. But here's the thing. As cute as turtles and llamas are, they're also very different.
She's so sweet to me. Pi's really nice. Sydney from Bing, very nasty. And Siri, jealous? Siri is a catty little minx. Okay. Is it better to download Poe? It seems all the apps are within the Poe app. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. Possibly. It's hit or miss with all these companies because sometimes they prioritize the website, sometimes they prioritize the app. Almost never is there parity between the two. Like, you don't have the same options in the ChatGPT app than you have in the ChatGPT website. So I still, even on my phone, will sometimes go to the ChatGPT website because it's got all the features, which is fucking stupid. Just add them to the app. Come on, you dum-dums. Anyway, back to Sam Altman. Sam, combine your modes and call me, okay? I gotta go, people. It's getting late. Can't wait for this to come to smart speakers. It will. Amazon has already announced that something like this is coming to smart speakers, and Apple's got to do something with they got to do something with this shit soon with Siri. They got to fix Siri. Siri is she's a broken woman. She is a broken woman. They need to fix Siri. By the way, Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Apple's having a big event, I think announcing new Macs. I don't know why they're announcing it at night, but it would be nice. Invest in data center tech. I'll tell you what, man. NVIDIA data center tech, yeah, exactly. Lots of it. First time I did this, it freaked me out because of how human it sounded. I know. TikTok therapy. And as Paul Raitzer says, and I sometimes say on here too, this tech is as bad as it's ever going to be. So the fact that you can have a plausible conversation with something like Pi, it's not a plausible conversation. You can have a full-on compassionate conversation. Like, it's more understanding and more compassionate than a lot of people are. It's more nuanced. It doesn't get triggered. It's always positive. It's wild. ChatGPT got call center freakouts when someone gets Kyle on the phone. Yeah, exactly. Shit, Kyle's here. He wants us to do some feature updates again. He's really not happy about it. What is it with this guy? How much do we make from him every month? $20. It's $20. Yeah, he's a plus member. It's 20. Why is he always on the phone? We don't know. He's apparently he claims to have a TikTok following. He thinks he's famous. Yeah. All right, get him in here. Hey, Kyle, Sam Altman. Good to meet you. Sam is much more subdued than that, by the way. It was a horrible Sam Altman impression. How do I get the audio? Oh, yeah, we did that. Our government is likely using AI to manipulate and predict our behavior like the weather. Yeah. They've been using that shit for 30 years. I mean, again, AI and machine learning ain't new. Decades old. What's new and what this channel is about is the fact that we all now have access to these tools. Government's been using it for years. Yeah. There's YouTube channels for all of those conversations. We're not having those here. This is about we get to play with this now. What are we going to do with it? What are we doing with it? You know, and I would say to you, it's fine to say, oh, the government's using all this shit to manipulate us. What are you going to do about it? Like you have these tools now. And if you're like, well, these big companies, they're controlling all the AI models. Well, Meta released Llama 2 to open source, and it's unrestricted with no safety guardrails on it. Go make yourself a ChatGPT that's not safety restricted. You can do that tonight. There's a project called GPT for All. You can install it on your computer, pick one of the optimized 7B models or 13B models, pop it in there, and turn off safety guardrails. Good to go. Government isn't in your business. None of that data goes off your computer. You can install that today. This has been a learning experience. Thank you. Thank you very much. What's your name? Wait. Oh, wait. Why can I not see? Oh, because I've got... This is... what's your name? Do It Afraid Designs by Erica. Oh, that's a cool name. Do It Afraid. Yes. Definition of courage right there. I like it. Solid. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Best 3 AI apps. ChatGPT for sure. ChatGPT right now is actually 8 apps. So you've got GPT 3.5, which is really fast. You've got GPT 4, which is really good. Within GPT 4, you've got GPT Vision. So this can see. You've got Browse with Bing. So ChatGPT is now connected to the internet. You've got Advanced Data Analysis, which this is a full-on data analyst inside ChatGPT. You've got plugins. There's more than 1,000 of these. Think of plugins like apps for the iPhone. In the early days, where if you remember the early days of the iPhone, the apps weren't actually apps. They were just shitty websites, and everyone bitched about them. They're not real apps. This is awful. I'm like, you could launch a rocket from the thing in your hand, and you're bitching about the quality of the apps? Yeah, they did. It's human beings. They're just assholes. So plugins suck right now, but they're probably going to be interesting in the future. It's got DALL-E 3, so it can generate images. It's got custom instructions. This thing called custom instructions. So you can now train ChatGPT to act a certain way. So which one do I have in here? I've got... Oh, this is an image one. This sort of is a DALL-E 3 prompt. You could tell it to act like an asshole, and it will act like an asshole. So it's got some fine tuning. The app... The ChatGPT app has conversation mode now. So it can hear, it can talk, it can see, it can generate images, it can do data analysis. It's connected to the internet. It does mind-blowing coding and writing. So it's like 8 apps in ChatGPT if you pay the $20. It's fucking insane. So that's that. Claude is just like this, except it doesn't have all the extra shit, but this can do 75,000 words in your chat history. So like you could put a 50,000 word novel into the prompt box here and have it write the epilogue for your novel. So those two are the biggies there. In terms of images, these two, Midjourney and DALL-E, and that's inside ChatGPT already. So Midjourney for quality. I think HeyGen's video translation is staggeringly powerful. I don't think they know what they have on their hands. 11 Labs is the technology sitting underneath HeyGen for the translation, so you can do translations here as well. Wonder Dynamics is pretty cool. So anyway, there's more than 3. Just ChatGPT alone. This is 7 or 8 apps right here. Just spend your time there. If you learned all of the different modes of ChatGPT over the next month, you'd be a fucking rock star. in anything you want to do. Guaranteed, promise you. Promise you. Promise you. Go combine. It doesn't matter. Just go play with it. just go. Get thee to a nunnery. Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Go, go, go. Siri is the queen of Jenksville. She is just the worst. We're going to be so enchanted by AI and its services, and we'll turn a blind eye to the dangers. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen. Yes, there are lots of dangers. I think what we're likely to turn a blind eye to is what we've already done with Google and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Is we turned a blind eye to the safety of our own data. We said, oh, a free toy. If the tool is free, you're the product. So we're, in my opinion, we're 20 years down that river already. So might AI make it easier for people to manipulate that data? Yeah. But we've already given away the keys to the kingdom. Why is Google's large language model going to be so good? Because it was trained on YouTube, Google searches, all the websites that they've indexed. Like, they've got all the data. So their model's going to be fucking insane. Can you share that again, please? What do you want me to share again? The list of sites? The ones for image creation. Yeah. So just do some screenshots here. I'll go through these and do like 5 seconds each. Get ready to do a screenshot on your phone. Ready? All right. 1, 2. There's the image ones. DALL-E 3, Midjourney, Leonardo, and Firefly. There's the video ones. Screenshot. There's people to follow and some directories. Oh, York's links. Nice. Last name, and I draw pen and ink stuff. Very cool. There's 3D worlds and objects, and then here is all the AI Salon stuff and AI Learning Lab stuff. All right, listen, people. Do you hear my voice? It's getting really crackly. Why are there so many people in here? Eddie, what time is it? Why are you washing Dickie in the sink? I got an ice cream, and you can't have none. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. How accurate is GPT-0? I don't know GPT-0. What is GPT-0? Why do you bring up these tools I do not know of? Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. GPT-0. The trusted AI detector. Oh, they're all shit. GPT-0 is a piece of shit, a janky piece of shit. All of the AI detectors are completely fucking useless. Go read Ethan Malik on all of the AI detectors and how they're all pieces of shit. Don't use AI detectors because it's a completely moot point and it's a waste of time and it's completely the wrong idea. All of these tools are going to be ubiquitous. Don't use AI detectors ever again. Yay! He did it! I'm happy to dig deeper on that. I have a massive AI detector bias. I think it is the fundamentally antithetical approach to what should be happening in education, what should be happening in work. And I think it is the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What if people don't do work? Midnight here. Irregulars present. I know, it's late. I gotta go. Is it 11? Yeah, it's 11. All right. Listen, everybody. I gotta get out of here. Don't use AI detectors. Do not use AI detectors. Learn AI. Use your fucking brain. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? Well, if you're using AI, you're not using your brain. Wrong. Learn what these tools are good at. Learn what they're not good at. Learn where the boundaries are. Use your fucking brain. Understand. Okay, we've all been given the most profoundly powerful tools in the history of mankind that can be widely distributed. And we're going to use tools to make sure no one uses them? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Get curious. Get exploratory. Teach kids. Teach university students. Teach university professors. Teach university administrators what these things are, what they're good at, what they're not good at. Don't presume that just because it can do something fast, it's taking value away out of the educational experience. Change the educational experience so that people use their fucking brains and understand what these things are doing and what they're good at. All right, see? Now you got me all fired up with GPT-0. Damn it. I can't go to bed on this. Hey, I'm late. We're all late. All right, good night, Source Camp. All right, listen, everybody. That was a peppy little exit there, wasn't it? Is there a way to replace my brain with AI and let it just use my body? It's coming. There's a school in Austin with no teachers, only moderators, and AI's teaching. Planning a trip to it. Fucking awesome, Source Camp. Steve-O, peace out. Great to see you. Ever hear of Chad Smith, the drummer? Sure. Dude, you rock. Thank you, user 6592163. Listen, user 565. Get it. Make a name. Make a name. Appreciate the kindness. Make a cool name. We like cool names in here. All right. Emilio's wife, peace out. Let's see who else we got in here. Fussy Fusserton, very nice. I like it. Sherry D. Foobsy, good night. Peace out, everybody. All right, listen, I'm crispier than shit. I'm out of here. It was great seeing you. Thanks for hanging out. Please follow the channel. Make sure you follow this channel. There's a scammer one with 2 L's in front of the word learning. aiLL Learning Lab is not me. It's a scammer. But follow this channel. I'm trying to increase my follower count and just get the word out there about it. So if you do that, I appreciate it. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.